play and overpassed them full at the time, right? So, yeah, it's been a moment. Obviously, Mirage them out there played before as a 13-6 result in favor of VP back in EPL season 19. But MongolZ looking to change their fates here today. Anubis and Mirage, the only maps for VP with a positive win rate right now. So at least they're happy they ended up on one of their stronger maps.
Yeah, I'm looking at Flit. I'm looking at Fame. I think Flit has had a turn up in performance recently, but it needs to kickstart here in Rio. Flashbang's out, but 3 players for MongolZ are here. Blitz kicks off proceedings immediately with a USP headshot, a 9-10 on the follow-up. No one from VP can get a slice of the action. And Flit even caught on the reload with the P250. Electronic last player alive, converged on by everyone from the MongolZ. That was quick.
As that Messinio play, bit of a star when it comes to Mirage for this team. 3K on the pistol. I know a fan favorite player on this team. I feel like a player that we've got to see kind of mature between right in front of us. His entire trajectory, such a young player, has really evolved over the last year of play. A good start to affairs for MongolZ. VP find 1 kill off Flit, and that is it. So a full eco comes out for the T's.
That just felt so simple. The crossfires, everyone was just sort of hitting their shots. That was a little bit too comfy, considering all the utility that was exerted into that A play. For MongolZ, especially in the MR12, it's rounds like this where VP will look to bleed every single second off the clock, make you repurchase any elements. They can afford to make you drain. A bomb plant would be best case here for VP. As they look to go in towards B, they're even being spammed by Senzu. Oh my gosh, that was close.
So your once though works out pretty well. Techno, punished. That's exactly what VP will do to you. Blood from a Stone is their playstyle.
Senzu's M4 is called I Love Techno, and it's got all the techno stickers on it.
Oh, that's cute. You gotta back your teamies. Unless Techno just dropped his own M4. Imagine if that's just Techno's M4.
It might be. This is better. 9-10. Getting all the MP9 kills as VP try and transform the round in towards middle. It's not happening. And Blitz is even there on the follow-up. Norbert can get the site, but can't get the bomb. So a couple of casualties. It isn't the end of the world. The MP9 has already evolved into an M4. So it's all good for the MongolZ.
Yeah, they do lose 1 M4 because they invested a lot of those into that round. So it's one of those rounds that's kind of neutral, I guess. You could argue VP got pretty good outcome from it. 2 kills, denied an M4, so economic damage, which is always the aim of the game for the James School of Thought. Immediately get the AWP out for 9-10 off the back of those SMG frags.
He starts B. Wants to get really involved here. Norbert's holding, but it's 9-10 securing. An early opening pick, and that will send VP into mid.
And they have no space elsewhere at all. Norbert was their only extremity player. Everyone else is in middle. Bomb picked up by Electronic, who will go back into the apartments. Techno needs to be careful. Smoke lands. Flit tucks into the corner, so Techno can't see a thing if anyone is there. It was the silent boost. So Flit, slips.
Oh.
The Flit slip. Ouch. Immediate response.
Look at the players in con as well. Flashbang. Oh, not effective, but Blitz's bullets are. 2 kills immediately, and he wants even more. Will get punished by Electronic, and Senzu mates the same fate. It's a 2 versus 3. And once more, VP have only got control here in mid.
Zeno needs to be careful. Pressure's coming on from Connector. He's going to get closer behind Triple. But they're silent on the approach. Spots out 1. Big kill. Electronic, I think it's now been calmed, and now he knows Mazzinho on the swing. Double kill. Between him and Blitz, they lock down this approach in middle.
He plays that really well, Mazzinho. Just shuts off the angle from Connector. Worried about ramp. is able to hit the timing onto Flit. Nice idea as well for MongolZ to go searching in towards connector. They give mid over in the early round because 910's playing that extremity. They're setting a lot of the tempo here in these kills, which, to be honest, is what you expect out of a MongolZ side, but to do it on the defense against VP. Start off incredibly strong. And their reward for all of their hard work is a round against Tech-9s and sprinklings of utility.
Yeah, it's just been great CS so far. Little dink. And follow-up. Flit scales quickly, gets himself an M4, and oh, he's looking for more. Flit doing everything to give VP something. And Orbit hits a banger. Finally, it's on the half-buy. VP, don't lose a player.
That's all Flit. It's all Flit. Just gets the dink in towards connector, gets the movement really fast in towards jungle, and then it's his individual heroics that cause pandemonium in the comms of MongolZ. As VP, of course, they're going to stay calm in that situation. They punish the players that are looking to rotate and deal with the known element of Flit. You're not expecting the group up to be in B apartments after that play's been made in towards jungle. Great work. He's the guy. All eyes on Flit. Not only for this best of one, but for this whole event.
There's James with that AWP recovered by Flit. Gets the opener, but 910 deals one straight back down top mid. Zenio, beautiful little angle. Electronic was not anticipating that forward position. So the advantage that is found immediately by James is lost moments later.
Yeah, it's crazy to me that Electronic just goes back into that angle after James just left. I guess you hear the fallback of Jamie. You're trying to punish a player. Boost up in towards jungle. This is currently being held for Fame. Removed by Techno. This is suddenly a 4 versus 2. The MongolZ are looking to inflict the same damage that VP did to them in the previous. And 910's even holding just in case James wants to go in towards B. And he does.
Yeah, past 910, there is something to say.
They might even just save this,
yeah,
to be honest.
They will. Yeah, the 2 on 4. You guys know what's up. We get our first little bit of James time. 5 rounds in, not bad. It's interesting because, you know, VP, there's been conversation around what Electronic brings in, right? It's the variations to their playstyle, being able to bring in those fast rounds. But I think the thing that they've struggled with a lot is the balance, right? And being able to juggle James' kind of conventional philosophy with the more pacey stuff that Electronic kind of wants to get amongst. They haven't quite perfected that formula, but you can see it in the half-buy round when they were taking advantage of that quick opening from Flit. It escalated into a pretty fast round win.
I think it's just interesting, even the dynamic of Electronic being the secondary voice just sort of in this team and being like the next loudest after James, because you come in and you're offering up new ideas to a core, and you can agree to a certain extent that VP definitely needed to sort of have a little bit of a freshen up, but this is the style that's been working for them. This is the style that's made them win a major, for example. And I know Flit was pretty vocal before. I don't know how much of his input is now sort of being relayed and sort of accompanied with Electronic, but I remember Electronic like back on Na'Vi when they were winning absolutely everything, and that was slow, that was methodical. I thought that would blend really well with VP style of play. The 30-second execute was coined by Na'Vi back in like 2017.
Yeah. Do you have the A-string game finally finished, Brandon? Took a little longer than anticipated, given it was a 10-2 half, but Heroic finished the job 13-10. Now that's an upset.
Play to them. That is a massive upset. What, G2 and FaZe in the lower bracket now?
G2 and FaZe in the lower bracket.
One of VP and MongolZ to join them at the end of Mirage. A slow burner. Get used to this and strap in. Because VP once more taking mid control. MongolZ want to explore. 9-10, first contact here at ramp. And Mousinho was going to be the follow-up and the fullback man, but instead he moves over and has a little look at Palace. And this is the right idea for the MongolZ because VP are moving back in their spawn to go A.
Yeah, Flit's going to grab the bomb. And orchestrating a re-smoke towards window. That's just to give that lurk player some space to work with. 9-10 on the angle. Ready for this contact, but the only one in the A side itself misses the chance. Falls back, flames drop. Mousinho spots one in Palace. The utility is slowing them down. Blitz gets the kill on Fame. That's the lurk removed. Goes a little too early, and 9-10 removes Norbit. Not finding the way in until Electronic delivers a headshot onto Mousinho. 9-10 slides in, finds another easy kill. Electronic again. Doing everything he can to give VP this second round. Senzu, not cleared. Tucked in, time was low. Electronic had to plant, some reason goes reverse triple despite Jame being in default. And Blitz waits. Oh, he bides his time and he gets his revenge on Jame.
I can't believe he knifes him. That's just salt in the wound. Playing trigger discipline to kill him after time is one thing, but to then backstab him? Fatality from the MongolZ. And again, you've really got to question VP coming. That was, oh my God. Okay, Electronic. Really got to question this from VP though, because the execute itself, where were the flashbangs? Where were the players ready to go? You see the Palace guy and Electronic activating, but the players on ramp were just sort of half in, half out. Flit finds Blitz. That's a great opener back for VP. They should be going a lot faster than this.
Oh, that's nice from 9-10. Blowing the smoke. Kill found. Needs to be careful. Ew. That jump almost cost him, but Mousinho bails him out, and 9-10's having a field day on the AWP. A-site between 9-10 and Mousinho is so difficult to break in. Be careful, Jame. The knives are out.
It's just having this presence of mind to have the extra couple of seconds, because you know VP are going to give you these extra couple of seconds, so it allows the break on the connector smoke for 9-10, so he's not going to be pressured from Palace. There's the swing back in from Mousinho on the A site. Look at 9-10, he's been so dynamic. Now he's in CT. James never going to be ready for that. He said to watch out for him. He's got 120 ADR.
Yeah, he's been playing such good Counter-Strike lately. Particularly when it comes to playing against Tier 1, where he was faltering a little bit. I remember back kind of towards the tail end of last year at events like Atlanta and a few of the other Challenger events where he was definitely struggling, particularly against teams like VB, but has really excelled as of late. And it's just experience for this team and the amount of opportunities they're getting to go toe-in-toe with the best.
Oh, Blitz. I think he's got the time in. Yeah, Flit not prepared. Understaffed is middle now for VP. And James now revealed that the package is well and truly on his back. That was another round, by the way, in which VP in the previous got the opening kill. Flit finding success down in towards middle. It's just the responsiveness. It's also just the anticipation of MongolZ. They just know what's coming around the corner. Even here, Mousinho slides back, plays a more passive line because the MongolZ are just worried a little bit about middle. But they've already disengaged. They can be ready to respond on the scene if Mousinho needs it. And he will.
And you're going into this triple threat towards B. I mean, Techno and Senzu haven't had to play Counter-Strike yet, barely. VP are going to be going for this. 9-10 AWP. Waits, spots one on the jump over. Blitz is pushing behind. So there's only going to be the two players close by. Mousinho drops a defensive smoke. Flashbangs being a nuisance. They want to scale close. but he holds tall. Eventually will be run down, does good damage. And now the bomb being planted. Techno takes 2. Spam through the smoke, they line up. It's a platter. He's more than happy to absolutely gobble up. There's that flank, and it's a 7-1 scoreline. MongolZ making this look easy.
Yeah, they've just got an extra player on site all the time. And VP, they're expecting MongolZ, I think, to either respect the utility a little bit more, or they'll catch them off guard with the flashbangs. But you've got this flank always from Blitz that feels inevitable. You've got a player that can quickly rotate in from CT, and you've got Mazinho that's not scared to fight. And a Mazinho that's not scared to fight is a disastrous situation for VP. They are being manhandled. And they're going back to A again. Another turn of pace. This one might catch MongolZ off guard. Electronic answers, and Mazinho cannot deal with the outpour of players in Palace. That's better. All you needed was just to accelerate and have good trade space in.
Just need Electronic to find that clean entry. VP with their second. It's interesting, MongolZ have had these 2 players over B every round when they've just not been involved at all. Yeah, you can't really hunt this. The CTs might even hunt.
It reminds me a lot of the first best of one of the day with Payne and Mouse, where you had 2 players consistently on B because you're anticipating that that's going to be the play at some point. VP keep going A, they keep getting locked out. Like, surely it's the B one guy, surely they come B at some point. No, they don't. They recognize that A could be a weakness. It's the first time that MongolZ has shown vulnerability on it in the first 9 rounds of play. And don't get me wrong, VP know how to build back into games, build back into first halves. This game and this map is certainly not done by any stretch of the imagination. There's every world in which VP can make this a 7-5 half and make it look like an even contest.
Yeah, that's the thing. VP are a team that will always find a way back in. So despite this blistering start from MongolZ, it's not all done yet. 7-2, though, is a very commanding scoreline. VP win a round after a break of 4. Wonder if they might try A again, given they did just get clean entries on the fast play. Or will they finally go B?
I think they've had relatively decent success out middle as well, to be fair to them.
Yeah.
Flit's been really good at taking that space. It always feels like he takes top middle and then goes to the left-hand side to catch players short. 9-10 being dynamic again. Underpass is where he starts his journey in round 10. And 3 players outside A. I think you might know what's coming next.
Yeah, getting ready for a bit of a play. 2 towards middle. Maybe a split on the cards. Maybe not, because the bomb has to go get collected. So they're just going to post up Flit, who, as you mentioned, has been quite good when it comes to the lurk plays and finding openings in middle. Utility goes out to window and connector to give him room to work with. But the AWP is still an unknown element, and 9-10 decides to move back and try and help out his teammate. Could be tough for Flit, but in the meanwhile, up the ramp comes VP. Good flashbang. Blitz doesn't see a thing. And Mazinho, oh, he's cooking. He's in the back of sight, and he burns to a crisp. From 100 to 0. Norbert puts him on the barbecue. With 2-player advantage, what can MongolZ do? Techno gets 1, 9-10 another. It's a 3-on-3.
It's a good start. And he got utility. Double smokes Molly. James sits at firebox, and 9-10 now knows exactly where he is. Great shot. And suddenly they're in the bomb site. Electronic creeps forward on towards Tetris and executes Senzu. A 2v2, but time an issue for the MongolZ. They got to get in, and they can't get by Electronic. The bomb's not planted for him, but it doesn't matter because the kills will come to him. VP through Electronic find a third.
Yeah, it's still not comfortable, is it, though? That's a 5-on-3 with the bomb down. And it ends up being a 2-on-3 that VP have to try and make work. 9-10 hitting some crazy shots. This second flick, look at that onto James. The Electronic tucks in, does his job. Gets that third round for VP. There's enough here for an investment, but it will come with some costs for MongolZ. So VP very well could end up with that 7-5 half if they can convert this next round.
I think what's interesting is we sort of frame this always for VP that they expect everything. The way that they play it normally accounts for every single moment that their opposition is going to do. But MongolZ are definitely catching them off guard with the speed of their rotations and the responsiveness on these retakes. For example, the fact that that gets into a 3v2 is all because players are caught out with utility and they don't expect players very close in blitz in towards CT. This has definitely been worked on for VP. They definitely understand that A is a pressure point that they are now starting to make happen. And James turns the habits into successful ones with a kill on 9-10. It's a good thing that Mazzinho doesn't take any damage on the spam. And with Blitz finding that kill, I don't think you're going to be ready for him up here.
He's feeling a lot of pressure with all the utility flying past, but the swing is perfection. Norbert looking to try and find it, is going to slip into sandwich. Mazzinho needs help. Needs it quickly. Oh, there's that second molly. Mazzinho, goodbye, but good damage.
Oh, that's been...
Oh!
What a shot. That's everything. That keeps the round alive. Look at the HP of Norbert and Flit. You couldn't stitch a player together if you tried. But it's the HG that does the damage onto Blitz. It's a 2-on-2 and there's no util for the MongolZ.
How did VP get the bomb onto site? It's dead in sandwich. Flit has no health. Norbert's got no health. VP pause, waiting to see if MongolZ are going to extend and give them that kill. The kill that puts it into the 2-on-1 and allows that bomb to go through, but MongolZ don't budge. Techno is rerouting, and this setup between the two of them is going to be very strong. Flit will pick it up. Norbert swings. Senzu needs to come in clutch. Knows that bomb is being planted. He can't deny the spam does not connect. Bomb goes down. Flit's on 2 HP. Norbert's on 31. But the AWP's on the line, and the AWP, fully blind, hits the shot.
They play that so well, Virtus.pro. By just pumping the round down to a grinding halt, so often they do that. But MongolZ, there's two decisions here, and it is, where have VP gotten off to? Have they rotated all the way back towards B? Or are they just waiting for us to make a mistake? The actual answer is the third one. The fact that the bomb is in sandwich. But Norbert hitting that kill on CT is everything. And if Flit just hits the blind shot on the AWP, VP do get what they want, and it's an overextension from the MongolZ in some capacity, and it's enough to earn them a 4th round.
Norbert is the best esports player of all time.
That is true.
Sometimes you just got to swing him. And that's exactly what the Norb does. No HP, doesn't matter if you click quicker. 7-1 was the scoreline, and going into the last round of the half, it's MP9s for the most part.
And another A adventure.
This is just a simulator. VP play and executes.
Mazzinho, I think, has taken about 200 damage from mollies in the past, 3 rounds. Is there a flashbang here to set up 9-10? That could be quite profitable. But it doesn't look like it. The only flash is on Techno, and he's on B.
Yeah, and this blitz moves around, but I think 9-10 is just going to jiggle the angle. They're wanting to catch someone, potentially Flit, who has been so active in these mid lurks. 9-10, close up, needs to find something, and he's found 2. The MP9 destroys them. Bomb delivered. James on the corner. 9-10 trying to bait. James doesn't bite. Surely gonna swing it. There's the shot, but 9-10 a bit afraid to swing. Electronic brute forces through Mazzinho. Flit can't get it done, and 9-10 can't either. Falls to James. Half HP. Molly in his face. Bomb outside as well. Smoke actually, that's a bit funky, but gives him room to work with so that he can fight out, but it's straight into Senzu, an 8-4 half. MongolZ leading.
We're back, and so are Virtus.pro. They at least give themselves something to work with on the CT side. Their defense is much better than their offense is on Mirage historically, and now in the present moment, we've got to see it.
Let's see if VP have anything to show. 9-10 certainly has so far 16 kills and counting for the AWPer of the MongolZ. Gifted the P250 to try and do damage in middle. And they could split onto A pretty cleanly here. There are two players playing towards stairs and connector. Techno's boosted up in the jungle. That's a player spotted. Techno now has a good timing if he wants to push. With the contact being taken, it's all to set up. Techno, two backs turn, two frags, and A open.
They just had no idea. They didn't have a player in towards short. They were so worried, VP, about this B hit that never came in. And look at 9-10. Or maybe don't, because he gets eliminated by Norbert immediately. Bomb has just about been planted at a 4v3, and Norbert is looking to push the issue at connector.
Yeah, Norbert does have a kit, so it's certainly possible. Breaking through is going to be tricky. Techno didn't spot Electronic climbing up, but the disengage, and in fact, he's just going to run away. Norbert comes to clear. They wanted to deal with him, but he just escapes, slips out, and now he can just come back through at any moment. Norbert, nice try. Oh, maybe not a nice try. Another player comes out. Time running out, hits the shot, kit collected. And somehow, some way, VP take the pistol.
How did Blitz die at CT? What? Like, how did that happen? Because he moved away. He disengaged. VP are laughing about it. They're like, oh, well, we won the round, I guess. I can't believe that.
Kills, bomb down. 5 on 3.
What happened here?
Norbert happened.
Yeah, fair. Fair play, Norbert. I guess it really was Norbin time. They have forced into this MongolZ. They did get the bomb plant. Flit's lining up the nades that lands outside the window, so it doesn't do any damage to you. And he breaks half the smoke. There's so many different ways you can throw that nade.
He doesn't get a lot of info off it. There are a lot of players in middle. He's now smoked off. Boost up from Blitz.
Expected.
Very expected. The problem is connector is compromised, and so... Oh, just sitting in smokes. A flash over. Flit finds the kill. James spots them out. 9-Tang wants to give it a go. No way. Flit holding on. 3 kills. Techno finally breaks through, but the bomb is in Flit's home. And there's just no way through. Techno's just going to throw out guns. Make it costly at least. From a 7-1 scoreline to 8-6. VP certainly back in it.
Great coverage from James there. Steps out from Ticket, holds that smoke to make sure that Flit only has to focus on the window jump up. Because he could have been overwhelmed. But this angle, it's enough to even find 3. And that was the force buy. And guess what? That did not feel like one out of the MongolZ. Dispatched of immediately. They go straight into the lair of Flit. He provides VP an opportunity. A hero AK. Dropped by Techno. And a flashbang set up for James to potentially farm. And he only finds 1.
Yeah, it is the armored rifle though, so... Okay, rifle gets picked back up, finds another kill. But there's no armor. So the threat is low. But the threat is still there.
No. Senzu's still there. That's the issue. Dangerous, armor or not, but these nades should be very crunchy. And they are. Mazzinho is dead. I don't think you can plant now. Unless you go B, but VP are already 1 step ahead.
Yeah, MongolZ have a lot of time to work with, so they've got options. What's that?
Come on, guys. You don't even need to play it. There we go. That's it. And to be honest with you, by them going back through Palace, they only have to deal with Norbert. If they kill Norbert, they can plunk, because Electronic's too far away.
Yeah, we got to kill Norbert.
True.
30 seconds. Norbert. Oh, he is in the open a little bit, but he's going to duck down, play safely. Doesn't even drop his smoke. What's the swing and deny? Oh, the spam. That's beautiful from Norbert. Doesn't need to do anything. How's the lineups? Senzu wanted to play the post plant, but it doesn't even look like you'll get to play much more in this round. Crossfire established. Norbert swings. 1 round game.
Sweet spam from Norbert. That's the safest way he can deny the bomb. And from a round that looked a little bit scary there, it just descends into another VP collection. That was just a half buy. That was a hero rifle surrounded by pistols. And for it to come as close as it did, you got to feel a little bit of confidence here for the MongolZ, but they need to start getting rounds on the board. because the momentum is most definitely with Virtus.pro. Even if they don't play like you feel like they've got momentum.
Yeah, it was 7-1. It was 7-1. MongolZ have got 1 round in that entire collection of 7 or 8.
Oh my gosh.
Hefty.
They're going in B.
On fast. Smoke deployed.
Norbert.
Electronic spams a lot of damage, but run down. Norbert, though, steps up. Can only get the one. The Flit able to get another, but there's too many bodies. Too many MongolZ. They swarm. Fame picks up the AWP, and, well, it's not been his map, so he doesn't fancy his chances. Operation Save. MongolZ will break through and get their first T round.
What a brilliant change of pace out from the MongolZ. And even when they're fighting, you go back and you look at all the different elevation changes they incorporated into all of those fights. Norbert gets swung by a player default and balcony. And then the short player gets swung by a player just in towards apartments. It's always a double swing with different changes of elevation. So even if you get one, there is no way in hell you're getting a multi-kill. And it's just limiting that potential. Great entry pathing, good discipline out of the MongolZ as well. And they take a risk in just immediately going for something fast-paced themselves after bringing out the guns. And it works to perfection.
Yeah, Electronic needed a little bit more there. All he did was damage, and sure, that allowed Norbert to get one more kill, but he needed to find the frag. Swung on by so many players, overwhelmed. Oh, saved for James. Fires off, misses the chance.
With him firing off the AWP shot, do you expect Flit under? Well, 910's now spotted him. Information relayed both ways, and Flit, rather than continuing to fight and press that issue, he just leaves.
Yeah, I don't think he feels comfortable enough trying to force that issue, not knowing the numbers towards top middle.
They've wasted a lot of time though, VP. Like, MongolZ have had to reset, go back to underpass, use a lot of their utility, but in the same vein, Flit is currently holding one of the remaining 2 smokes here for VP.
If this is a short play to B, MongolZ have the perfect read. 4 VP players currently rest on that A-bomb site. It's only Norbert with a single MP9, no utility, left in charge of half of the map. He would need to go astronomical here. VP are gambling that this is going to be the A play, and when it's not, they'll be leaving Norbert out to dry.
Yep, Norbert now gets the info. They're going to start to rotate, but he can't even get one. It's Electronic that lights up the kill feed on towards Senzu, who was lurking. Bomb could be planted. It looks like VP want to give this one a go, but do they really? Maybe it's just a collection of rifles. Because you've got no util. There's one kit on Fame that you cannot go for this retake. So this will be the round converted and 10 etched up onto the scoreboard next to the MongolZ.
They're having the discussion about it, but you could just see from the setup that this was kind of going to be how it played out. Electronic getting the kill on short gave them some incentive to go because they know they've got that space they can work with to set up the retake. But without any apps control, without market, they play it by the numbers, and that means conceding. 10 rounds now to MongolZ.
Terrorists win.
But hey, they
Haven't even really... Sorry, I was going to say, I haven't really seen a true AWP head-to-head yet between Jame and 910, but in terms of the impact on the server, 910 is outclassing Jame.
yeah, that was kind of the conversation coming into this as well, right? That Jame hasn't necessarily been at the forefront. Not often is, you know, to be fair to him, but 910 definitely has been. So when he's not getting threatened by an AWP in these opening duels, he's just taking them everywhere. Jame has got the better of him, you know, once or twice. We saw on the A side hold, the peek from stairs, where Jame got an opener once, but I think on the CT side's maybe where Jame can do his best work.
Oh, that timing. Jame went to peek in top middle, but 910 and Blitz were under the scope. They're able to deal with Flit, and then here comes the second wave. Out A. Fame falls and hits the deck. Senzu on the angle, expects Electronic. But whilst he can't convert it, it's the utility that paves way for the bomb site to be unlocked once more.
They're on 5? This doesn't look likely. Norbert maybe looking for an upgrade. I think he threw away his MP9 and couldn't find a rifle, so still has an MP9. Now he's found himself an M4, but this is a save. 1 kill in middle. Fame caught, standing on top of Ticket. That's kind of surprising. He has no other support on the A bomb site, and he's playing a very open position. So when he gets swung on by 2, yeah, he does the damage, but it's a 1v2, and you're right in the open. So Zenio and Techno able to do quick work.
I think that might have been a comms issue as well, because where I think it was Flit that gets overwhelmed in towards window, you can see that Fame's immediately checking connector, so Jame isn't overwhelmed by a player just sneaking in and dealing with him as he tries to look top mid for the trade back. And that's all well and good, but as you mentioned, he's just completely in the open, and the Palace player who's lurking out thinks, oh, well, that's an incredibly easy kill. I think it was even Techno that got it in the end, but point still stands. Simple mistakes now evolving into monumental errors for VP, and have done so well to come back into this, show resilience, to build in, make that a 1-round game, and suddenly they need a second win. So they need to do it again in the same map.
We'll find some sort of answer. Looking like they're going to get a reasonable buy together thanks to all these saves. Now 3 gun rounds in a row. The Mongols have just brute forced their way in to B, to A, to middle. Jame and Fame need to arrive.
We'll just group up and play together, boys. Like, VP, they've had 1 round where they flashed Jame in when he was on an MP9 in towards ramp on the extremity. That last round, 3 players were in window, just spamming. It just feels like they're not playing as a cohesive unit here, VP. It feels like they're leaving opportunities for MongolZ to consistently find kills, and there's no rebuttal. There's no trade unless it comes from someone else, somewhere else on the map.
Molly doesn't quite hit the mark. The HE will at least. Blitz gets brought very low off the back of it. At least your players on this B side have been delivering. Norbert, Electronic, and Flit, who will get the opening kill, but Senzu punishes immediately, and Blitz was already low, so I think it's a happy trade to remove Flit.
Yeah, you take that all day long. Another re-smoke in towards the B apartments is good for buying time, and Senzu wants more, but can't deal with Fame, and Jame adjusts onto 9-10. MongolZ try and reset. They go in towards an A split, and it doesn't quite work, and Jame, he's arriving, jumping over the top of Ticket just to see and peer over the wall for a connector player. Electronic locks it in. That felt a lot more concrete out of VP, and it's because they were playing together.
Needed Jame, needed Fame, and they deliver. Fame on that re-kill to Senzu is everything. Senzu doesn't budge from this position. That's a beautiful kill, long range with the FAMAS. Jame adjusting different angles. Exactly what VP needed. That was very slow from MongolZ. It felt like they were really just taking their time with it, hunting for those fights. When they found them, didn't quite go their way.
I think it's because they were anticipating any form of resistance in towards mid when they first took it. But suddenly you're in towards ladder, there's nothing there. You boost up in towards jungle, okay, a player is there. But that's the first point of contact, and that comes in with just about a minute left on the clock. It's good to see the coach for VP being quite animated, just explaining what can go better, what they can improve on. Remember Dastan just being such a chill dude. this is quicker. Look at this. Mongols aren't chill. They're just accelerating. Electronic's got to be so careful that he doesn't get overwhelmed. But it's Norbert that comes in close and gets dealt with. Not once, but twice. The B defender's full.
Let's hear, though. Smoke out the window. They have nothing to deal with the doorway. And all of VP are in the market. Look at the open shop. Senzu over the top. Can't quite put a player on that shopping block. Flash out. They want to fight forward. Considering it at any rate, Mazzinho retreating. Bomb to be planted for short. Mazzinho spots one. The reposition sets him up for the kill onto Fame. Flashes over. Flits low. Jame with the AWP. The player disadvantage. No kit on either of them and no kill offered up. That one frag from Mazzinho looks like it's done enough.
Why do they not have a kit? Like, you got so much money on both of these players. And to be honest, on like most of the team. What's going on here? There's one on site. But it feels like there should be more. And the fact that they don't go for that, you're conceding map point. You are conceding map point when you're in the position to go for it. I think that's the best possible look VP have had into a retake in quite some time. But it's well played from the Mongols because they're so disciplined. They're not giving VP anything because they know that if they overextend, they're the ones that will give VP something.
Nice spam from Senzu to flash out the player at bench. Mazzinho's frag onto Fame is everything there, though, because that was the one way they were trying to get out. They wanted to set him up to find that fight to allow them then to scale out. But when Fame falls, they have no further utility to scale, and they're just so afraid. Don't want to lose that opportunity to bring those weapons into this round. But James always planning for the future. Right now, that future requires 4 rounds in a row.
With the cash that they had left over, they are able to get all the rifles out at least. But Mongols have been just so direct. They've noticed that VP are giving them a lot of this room in middle. And they're just taking the game by the horns. There's certain control wherever they go. A good change of pace because of that. Contention in towards mids allows that map point. And now you've got Techno just flirting with the idea towards VP. Hey, we might come here again, but they won't. They want to go back into A, and VP are poised pretty effectively for this.
3 players lie in wait. Got Jame at ticket. Fame tucked. Flit not far away. This needs to be a perfect execute. Smoke over, flash, good. Jame hits the timing shot and Fame still undetected. But Jame goes for the reswing. He gets punished for it. Fame can convert, looked messy. But he takes one down, a lot of damage onto another. Flit finishes the job. Norbert spots one on the cross. Doesn't fire his shot. Knows he can secure the round because he's unknown. And Norbert, to perfection, takes 2 and 9 for VP.
He played that so well. So well. And he bails VP out of a tight jam because it was looking a little bit contestable here, especially with Techno's headshot on Jame. And Fame does a lot of damage in towards Palace, so the nade is instant from Flit. The A site, whilst it is breached, it is defended effectively. And for all the hard work the Mongols have done, they lose this round. It's double digits. They have to eco. And then there's one more buy round for that OT. It is in reach. There is a possibility. I'm not sure if Flit spotted Senzu, but he's aware that this could be a move here. Both him and Techno are already under window.
Yeah, Flit's been ready for this play consistently. Like, the amount of times they've boosted window. Oh, okay. Well, aware doesn't mean that you can win. Techno will be done for. So he gets his kill, but Fame's now under pressure, getting spammed. And getting run down somehow. Blitz does eventually do it. Mazzinho takes down his teammate, but does get that kill. Bomb to be planted. Oh, that timing. Senzu, this is messy. But he escapes. For a moment, Electronic puts him down 9-10. The superstar for the Mongols needs to find both. First is here's the swing though. Not good enough. Electronic ready for it. VP, hold on.
Yeah, finally ready for it. That was so scrappy in connector. I just don't know what I was watching, but Electronic able to spam Senzu through the wood onto stairs. Gets his 20th kill, keeping VP alive. But that's another bomb plant for the Mongols. That is the Tech-9s doing the damage, and it's the scaling off the back of Techno's control in jungle. They are threatening. They're knocking on the doors to try and end the game here. But it's that team you can never quite put away. 2 rounds left in regulation. With the Tech-9s and the Deagles, you don't want to rule anything out. But you assume it's going to go the distance. Another A play, a missed shot out of Jame.
So looking like he wants to swing this. Thinking better of it. They've allowed the space. Mongols want to scale. Bomb down. All they have is pistols. They have no flashbang to set this up. They're just going to wide swing. Techno takes one, but all of the CTs. Now charge in unison. Flit, the only other separate entity, will fall. The Tech-9s, surely not like this, VP. There isn't a smoke. Where's the bomb planted, though? Oh, it's default.
Default.
That's not being stuck. Jame falls. Blitz hits the Deagle. Fame needs to deliver. Swaps to the AWP. Surely not the weapon for the job. Oh, flustered is Fame. And VP sent to the lower bracket.
I wonder... I know this is going to sound really ridiculous, but I wonder if he tried to press E on the defuse kit. Because it was right next to that AWP, and he picks up the AWP in that situation. That was pandemonium from start to finish. The Mongols, they deserve that victory after